With a crowd of supporters, cameras, and a sea of media personnel, Azruddin Mohamed made it official. He's in the race and ready to challenge the status quo. Launching his party's manifesto, Mohamed pledged to build a Guyana that works for everyone. His platform? Sweeping reforms aimed at modernizing the country across the board, from schools and policing to agriculture and sports. Backed by his Win Party team, Mohamed rolled out proposals that signal major changes and fast action. On national security, Mohamed briefly touched on plans for a different approach to Guyana's border issues. He promised upgraded equipment for law enforcement, smarter policing strategies, and tighter collaboration with communities. He also emphasized the need for specialized cybercrime units to address emerging threats.
National security is a critical part of our agenda. We will spare no resources in asserting our sovereignty of every inch of the 83,000 square miles with which God has entrusted us as Guyanese. We intend to rebuild public trust through comprehensive police reform and the restoration of law and order. In essence, our vision is to create a prosperous, unified, and safer Guyana, where hope is restored, justice is upheld, the human rights of citizens are respected, and every Guyanese has a seat at the table of progress.
Turning to agriculture, when candidate Vishnu Pandey pointed to the importance of updating Guyana's farming system, he said food security remains a top concern and called for expanding both imports and exports to strengthen the sector's reach.
At the same time, with that vision, we want to ensure that we have the best in terms of our soils and plant hand in hand. In other words, if we know that a particular product will be growing in region 1, why take it to region 10, where we have doubts by virtue of the science of soils and whatever goes with what we call agriculture. So we're taking very important and thoughtful consideration in that aspect. In our vision, we fully believe that once we can produce adequate food in our country, then we will reduce our food importation bill, and by extension, we will create jobs for our young people and people who are very much interested in farming. And we are blessed because the whole of Guyana, we think all our regions, we will find farming taking place in some form or another.
Education was another headline item when candidate Tabitha Sarabo Haley said the current system is failing too many children and pledged sweeping reforms. Her plans include significant increase in salaries for teachers, smart classrooms, and guaranteed access to higher learning in all regions, including the hinterland.
Improving the education that our children receive requires a significant investment from the earliest possible age. Evidence and research have shown that 90% of the human brain develops by the age of 5. Without a comprehensive and strategic approach to how we deliver early childhood education, we will continue to grapple with the socio-economic challenges that have been plaguing us for generations. A strong foundation will positively affect all other aspects of the growth and development of our nation's children.
Meanwhile, Mohamed also made significant financial promises aimed at improving the lives of vulnerable households and public service workers. He committed to raising old age pension from 41,000 Guyana dollars to $100,000, increasing the disability allowance from $22,000 to $50,000. A 50% salary increase for public servants, reducing both VAT and income tax, as well as offering housing grants of up to $700,000 for minimum wage earners. As Mohamed puts it, this is about building a future where no one is left behind and where the system finally works for the people.